R-E-S-P-E-C-T means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Hey everyone! I have text messages. I have short hair and I'm wearing short clothes and I'm still in my room, but I didn't film the last 5 lessons that I learned 20 years because whenever I tried to film it before, my camera died. So, you know, I just finished posting the second part of this vlog onto my channel today, and so I figured why not finish up filming. I know that I don't really talk about this portion of my life too much, mainly because it's hard to talk about it. Basically, going to paraphrase Perks of Being a Wallflower, if you replace Sam and Patrick with music, I can honestly say that before I let it into my life, I was in a very bad place. I kind of learned that I wasn't happy, especially without music. I wasn't happy, and through lyricism and through singing and through that connection that you kind of get whenever you sing a song and whenever you perform, through that connection, I can honestly say that I found myself and I found what makes me happy, and that's kind of like all that really matters, is being happy and getting through that first bump whenever you find out that like you're depressed and you're in a very bad mental state. So music, I don't want to say that it saved my life. It's an inanimate object. It physically cannot save my life, but I do want to say that music has played such a huge role in my life that I would not be the person that I am today without it, and that scares me. It's everything that my life revolves around now. Like, just because of how bad it was before I started singing and before I started writing lyrics. If I never would have found something that made me as happy as music does, I'm not sure if I would be here. Just because it has had that much of an impact on my life. I at least hope that other people out there who are struggling can kind of take that knowledge that I found something that makes me happy and it's helped to heal me. Find your niche in this world and really use that to your advantage, because, you know, we all need something that gives us hope and keeps us going. There are some people that I like to think that I'm a very open-minded person and that I'm easy to get along with and stuff like that. But there are some people that are just so freaking ignorant that I can't. Like, I am being a super white girl right now, but from a level of 1 to even, I can't. People, just their ignorance levels, I want to get along with them, and I'm nice to them. I'm nice to them despite how ignorant and annoying that they are. But you can't save everyone. There are just some people where their ignorance astounds me, and I have to call them out on it because I literally just don't know how else to deal with it. And I want to get along with everybody, but I literally can't. I can't sometimes. And that's all I can say about this, is that there are some people, it's a lose-lose battle. Like, you lose if you try to be nice to them, you lose if you try to be mean with them. So you just have to, yeah, I don't know, just ignore those people because they drive me insane, and I just, yeah, nah. Healthy self-expression. I can't even say that enough times. Healthy self-expression, guys, and girls, and whoever is you classify yourself as. If you don't find a way to healthily self-express yourself, you've got all of these pent-up feelings, and if you can't release them somehow, they're going to stay inside of you, and that's going to make you freaking miserable. I can't tell you how important it is to figure out a way to healthily express yourself. If it's through athletics, through arts, through theater, through writing, through cooking, through whatever it is. Find something that you love, kind of like how music has helped me heal. Find something that makes you feel good and use that. Like, and it doesn't have to be like, I like to cook a lot because I'm good at it and it makes me feel nice. You know what? If you want to freaking dye your hair blue, do it. If you want to get your if you want to get a rose tattooed on your shoulder, do it. You know, if you want to do something, do it instead of hurting yourself. Do it instead of hating yourself. Do it instead of self-harming or self-loathing or self-despising or whatever. Like, don't inflict damage onto your physical shell, your being, just because you hate yourself. Find something to express your feelings in, you know? Through poetry, through art, through cooking, through video games. I don't care, just healthily self-express yourself, because there's nothing more liberating than knowing that what goes on in here can be pushed out and into the open, and, you know, and other people find the things that you create and they click with it, and it's that connection that makes it 10 times better in the end. Like, it's the fact that people can read my lyrics and relate. It's the fact that people can read my novels and relate. It's the connection that makes it so worth it. And in the end, you know, if you can't self-express yourself, you're going to explode on people for no apparent reason, because you've got all of this stuff in your mind going on that's going to negatively affect you. And like, you need to not. You just need to self-express yourself. Dye your hair blue, pierce your nose, get a rose tattooed on your shoulder, get a sleeve of flowers. I don't care. Just express yourself and be the person that you've always wanted to be. It'll make you happy, I promise. I don't want to say that I've been a loner throughout high school or throughout school in general, but I've kind of always noticed that I have bounced around from friend group to friend group to friend group. In college, I have a solid group of friends, despite the fact that I do love talking to everyone that I know. But I've noticed that people who hang out with 1 to 2, 3 people solid, you become each other. You start dressing the same way, you start listening to the same music, you start liking the same restaurants, and you associate yourselves with people who are similar to yourselves. You become your friends. So if you have friends that you're like, I don't like them because of this reason, I don't like them because they do drugs, I don't like them because they degrade other people, I don't like them because they have no moral standing, you know, don't associate yourself with those people, because 2 things are going to happen. 1, they're going to start to influence you. If you have a massive group of people, they will rub off more on you than you will on them. I mean, you can affect them, and you can also become very stagnant in who you are and then not become defined by them, or become desensitized to the things that they do that you don't agree with. Not only is that going to happen, but people are going to start associating you with those types of things. So if you hang out with a cluster of people who they do black tar heroin, people are going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh, see her, she does black tar heroin. See him, he steals. See him, he steals candy from babies. If your friends do something, people are going to associate you with that. And if you are very strong-willed and you don't become your friends, people are just going to assume that you are your friends, and it's going to suck because you're like, no, I'm not, and no one's going to believe me. You're like, oh, but seriously, that's not who I am, and no one's going to listen to you. So surround yourself with people who will better yourself, will better you, better. It's not like I said butter. Surround yourself with people who will help you better yourself, that have traits that you admire, and surround yourself with people who inspire you, you know? Like, that's the best thing. Surround yourself with people that other people see and they're like, oh, good Samaritans, I like you. Viva la good. Viva la bueno. Last thing on my list, because I haven't really had a solid group of friends throughout my life, I've kind of noticed that, like, you do change, but you never really change. You know, growing up was kind of like a mirage. So, we have pictures of me whenever I was a little girl, and you can compare those to pictures of me now. Same facial expressions, you know. A lot of them are me going like this. And, you know, like that's, yeah. I still do that in a lot of pictures. Selfies, hashtag, like, sophomore year of high school. I'm not embarrassed by it. And I've always been extremely compassionate about animals, and here I am today as a 20-year-old, and I'm a vegetarian because I can't even imagine like killing another creature, because I don't believe it's right to dictate what lives and what dies. You know, like I haven't changed at all really since I was little. I still play Legend of Zelda games. Majora's Mask is still my favorite. I still basically read the exact same books that I've read my whole entire life. Video games are great still. I love them. I still write. I still sing, draw, sort of. I still can't stand a spot without falling over. I still basically like the same foods, but minus the meat. Whenever I was little, the first time that I tried to be a vegetarian, I was 5, and then, you know, as a 5-year-old who can't cook herself food, it becomes very hard to become a vegetarian, so, I haven't really aged at all, my entire life, so I don't know. I don't really think growing up is a real thing. You know, people expect you to be mature, but that doesn't mean that you're really growing up, because we're always kind of bumbling around like what is life, what is growing up, what are taxes, what is bills, what are bills, because it's a plural. You know, we don't really grow up, and you know, I think that personally that's okay for me. I'm completely fine with being myself my entire life, but you know, I don't know. Those are my 20 truths of being 20 so far. And you know, I'm taking being 20 a little bit better than I was before. I'm completely content, sort of. Not content that I'm halfway to 40, because that still grosses me out, because I'm like, oh my gosh, aging. You know, I have to suck it up and just deal with it, because I can't not age, because, you know, no one's found the fountain of youth yet. I mean, and if you have, you're stingy and you should share, because I want to be young forever. I'm going to Florida soon, in a month, and I'm going to meet Peter Pan at Disney, and I'm going to be like, hello Peter Pan, take me to the lost world. I don't want to age anymore. Except in the original stories, Peter Pan killed the lost boys whenever they got too old, so. And I think in another story, he was actually like symbolic of death. I don't know, it was just a metaphor for children who die young. That's it for right now. So, I will talk to you all later, all of you and your decadent little faces, and, I will try to edit and upload this before 3 weeks are up.